Hello, I'm Ryan Parsons with the Brothers That Just Do Gutters. Welcome to another episode of Ask the Professional. For more information and videos, go to our website, brothersgutters.com, and be sure to sign up for our newsletter and our blog. What is all that brown streaking stuff on a roof?
Great question. There are three primary things that grow on a roof. There's moss, mold, and algae, as well as lichen, which are part of the mold and algae family. So your three primary things are all biologic. They all come from nature. They're all airborne. So what happens is spores are released on an annual basis from all of these different organisms. They spread around in the air and they land on the roof. It's a natural process. If you go out into the woods or the forest or in your front yard and look at rocks, you're going to see lichen, moss, mold, and algae everywhere. Things like lichen and algae set their little foot onto the roof and they start to expand. They'll build colonies.
Can keeping a clean roof really increase the value of your home? And is this something a homeowner should do prior to putting their home on the market?
Yes, cleaning your roof can increase the value of a home, or at least keep the value of a home. And the reason why is because roof growth actually causes damage to the property. Lichens can strip up to 15 years off the life of a roof. As it expands and grows and starts to continue that colony, it doesn't let go of what it's holding on to move to the next section. It pulls it along with it. So what happens is you have granules all over the roof, which are little pebbles that are stuck to a piece of tar paper. And as the lichen expands, it continually pulls the granules off the roof, leaving a bare spot. So after the lichen is destroyed and removed, you've got a bare spot within the shingle that is now tar paper. And that will dry out and is more prone to weathering and more prone to damage and causing leaks. So it will at least maintain the lifespan of the roof. Will it help to do this before you sell the property? Yes. And the reason why is because it's all about curb appeal. Especially now with the real estate market being as flooded as it is, there's properties everywhere. If you can make your property stand out or look nicer or newer or cleaner than the neighboring property, you have a better chance of selling. So it's all about that continual maintenance. Same thing with house washing. Continually clean your house, have it cleaned once every year or two. Make sure you keep up with that, and it will increase the curb appeal, which now in today's market, that's one of the most important factors, is your curb appeal.
What are the different methods of roof cleaning?
There are three primary ways to clean a roof. The first way is power washing, which you should never do to a roof. When you start talking of PSIs or pressures upwards of 1,000 or more PSI, you can cause serious damage to the roofing membrane, to the roofing surface. You can force water into the house. There are a lot of things that can happen when you power wash a roof, and the most primary one is the granule loss. You're going to blow off a good majority. Any majority of the roof is a good majority. So you want to keep those granules on that roofing material. So yes, power washing definitely degrades the roof quality. The second way to clean a roof is a modified power washing, which certain contractors are using. It's a very large, almost 3 foot in diameter silver disc, and it's a lower pressure power washing. They'll run the disc up and down the roof. They'll use about 800 or so PSI. Again, they're helping that process of forcing granules off the roof. And the third way of cleaning a roof is a chemical-based cleaning, which is what we use. We use a low pressure, everything's about 100 PSI. Our application of our chemicals are all done right about 100 to 110 PSI, and it's no more pressure than your average garden hose would put out, approximately the spray nozzle of a garden hose, which keeps the possibility of dislodging granules or forcing water into the house down. We also can and do use a low pressure water rinse. So after we spray our chemicals and we know that everything's dead, a lot of our customers want the items and objects that are on the roof to be removed. So we'll use a low 100 PSI water rinse, very similar to the cleaning process or the chemical process, where we clean the lichens off the roof, clean the mold off the roof at the time of the cleaning. Most people don't know this, but it's not pressure that actually cleans something. It's the volume of water.
Will having your roof cleaned cause any damage to your gutters and the various materials that they come in?
Mostly you have acidics and bases. So you have one or the other. And depending on what roof cleaning technique or method you use, you're either going to use an acidic product or a base product to clean or treat the roof. it comes back to the post spray. You want to make sure everything is properly rinsed no matter what technique you use. With what we do, it's more of an acidic, and the acidic side of things, which over time, if you were to leave on that metal over a very long, prolonged period of time, could cause damage, or primarily with gutters, an oxidation to the gutter internally. The external enamel-coated material wouldn't have a problem. It would be the inside of the gutters, any connections, fasteners, screws that would attach the gutter to the house. So proper rinsing of the gutter system after a cleaning is quite important.
Will roof cleaning cause any kind of damage to the plant life, flowers, or any landscaping surrounding the home?
The number one thing that you have to worry about with roof cleaning, any roof cleaning process, but primarily a chemical-based roof cleaning process, is growth around the house, any kind of plantings, any kind of landscaping, aquascaping. Quake ponds are very common in a lot of the homes we clean. So chemical control is very important. Any plant, if it was to be sprayed or coated in a regular laundry detergent or dish detergent, would die. The key is you wouldn't want to pour a gallon of Tide onto a plant. It would automatically kill it. When a plant first senses moisture, it will start to go through a process where it tries to absorb that moisture. It's part of the natural process so that it can stay alive. It expects that moisture to be water. So if a chemical was to be poured on the plant, the first thing it would do would be to try to absorb that water. Our goal and our job with cleaning a roof is, when the first thing we do when we get to a site is we set up our ladders, we set up all of our equipment, and we water all of the plantings. We fill the gutters with water, make sure there's a good flow of water through the gutters, and we continually water the plantings, both next to the house and about 10 to 15 feet away from the property, and anywhere where the chemicals might pool, primarily at the ends of downspouts. When we're roof cleaning, about 90% stays on the roof. There is overspray near the edges, and that's why we will spray around anywhere near the property where overspray might possibly get on plantings. As far as where gutters come out, depending on where they come out, if they came out into a dirt bed or into a mulch pile, we'll water that area as well, but we don't really have a concern. All of our products break down into salts, so they're not toxic to humans. They break down into regular table salt in about 24 to 48 hours. So if it goes into a bed of dirt or a bed of mulch, you don't have to be concerned because there's no micronutrients there that can really be damaged. And the reason why it would harm plants or grass is because the salt level goes very, very high. The salinity in the soil goes very high, killing all the micronutrients in that area. So as long as you continually water plants, water grass, you should have no problem with this roof cleaning technique, as long as you have a reputable contractor doing the work.